Hey, what's up everyone? Aubrey Trades here with another pre-market watch list. Not a whole lot showing up on the scanners today. We got PM scanner. What's showing up? We got INDP gapping up to 1287, which kind of puts us probably right up here into this choppy zone. Yeah, look at this. Right up into that point of resistance on the daily chart. So I'm not really interested unless this can get over that. I'm going to call it 13 just to have a nice round number on it. I want to see this get over 13 for a potential push to 18. But, you know, there's a lot of choppiness in this range, so it might be messy. It looks like there's not a lot of volume in the markets as a whole. I mean, just taken from the fact that there's literally only one good runner that's showing up on this scanner. Like, what if we go to mark change? Yeah, there's just one runner, and it's not even that great. So other things I'm keeping an eye on, CEI still kind of holding up here. Right now in the 160s in pre-market. So it's hanging out near the highs. It clocked new highs yesterday at 180. This was a great opportunity. Here on this flag at 160, I'm just going to do it on the 5-minute chart here. You know, you could play this wedge break, and that would have taken you for this ride. So that would have been nice. That would have been like 153, 155 to the 180s. So we're going to see if this has some continuation in it. I mean, honestly, I hope not. Like, not that I don't want to see the stock work, but I think it's got to chop around a little bit if it's going to continue. This has just been straight up for over a week. So, you know, I think it's got to chop around a little bit before we retest. This is what, the 2s and the 3s. I would love to see a great multi-week run out of this thing. I mean, and we can see where it's come, right? Obviously, this has got to be some sort of like split stuff that's going on. Look at this, or like dilution. That's crazy. But I mean, the fun really starts over 430, and then we have this big gap all the way up to this 1085 zone. So I mean, if this is really going to heat up, that's why I'm saying I want this to chop around, because I would love to see this play out, but it can't just go, you know, I just can't go from 33 cents all the way to $10. You know, I want to see it fade and retest this $1 level as a support. That's actually what I really would love to see. That would be great. Anyway, so that's it. That being said, you know, if this thing gets over 180, yesterday's highs, like, back in play. So IRNT is another listed name we're keeping an eye on. This is back near highs now at 26.95. Overall high of basically $30. So you know, we're like right there. I mean, this is the choppiness. This choppiness ends at $24. So we're right here in this zone. For me, I don't know. For me, it's over 30. You could probably get this as like a high price dip and rip out of the gate. I would look for this 24.87 level to hold, or this 23.41 level. And let's see what else. Everything else is pretty smashed. I mean, IC held up well yesterday. Is on this third push here. Went up to a high of 16.57. This is overextended though. It needs a red day, so I'm not really wishing for anything crazy. You know, we are gonna see if, pull this over, if it wants to bounce off of our line here, which is that our trend break from over here. You know, that'd be cool to see that bounce off of that, treated as support for a potential easy bounce long. I'm not expecting new highs though. I mean, if we get them, that'd be great. But talked about IRNT. Talked about, yeah, those are probably like the listed names that are worth watching. ATER, I think I might keep on watch just because it's down so much. You know, this might, it looks like it's going to continue to bleed out today, honestly, if you look at the pre-market action. But I'm going to keep an eye on this 920 level. In fact, I'll probably set an alert here at the 960s. Because if this is going to clock a bounce, I want to be there for it. The bounce plays are always the gimme plays. And I've missed every single one of them. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Otherwise, life looks pretty beaten down as well. Everything else, I guess, is going to be an OTC watch. Look at that crazy big gap and crap on life. Really, no. Is there any like support? What, 6? You could look for. You look for 730. And I don't know how well this will hold up. I'm just kind of like, these are points where I would like to see these former resistance spots turn into support spots. So I'm going to keep an eye on those levels for a potential bounce. Maybe this ends up being a third day surge. And we're really close here at 839. What level was that? I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. If we bounce off of that, line, I might take a fun-sized long off of a bounce off of that. Anyway, main things I'm mostly excited for are gonna be OTC trades, PSRU. Looks like it's going to have a little bit of a gap. So, and that's NFT news, so I think that's really awesome and could potentially have legs to send us into this 2-cent range. That would be amazing. But you know, we need the volume to come in to do that. So this is going to be a watch out the gate. Ideally, this dips and I can get in under a penny. I think it'd be really important for a penny to hold, though. Maybe I throw a buy-in at a penny or something. We'll watch the price action, see what happens. But if this is going to keep going, I mean, man, I'm not going to be mad at that. Another one worth watching, MTRT is still, I think MTRT is pretty dead. Phil started fading into the close. ELA still looks pretty strong. So we're going to call, we're still going to have ELIS as maybe a top OTC name. Closing real strong up here. I'd love to see this test the 17 level as support again. I'm going to go ahead and write down ELIS, PSRU. And if we go over to, let's see, some other runners, BBBT. This is going to be due for a bounce soon. Look for this 3 level. I don't know if it's going to be the bottom or the top of that 3 range. I'll add 2 just in case. I look for a bounce off of that. Potentially to, I don't know, retest these 3 4s. Or this is just going to continue to be a really sad, slow bleed. But here we had 368 to 48, so that was a pretty good little bounce. Maybe this gives us the same thing. I don't know. HRAA, another one. This had a first red day yesterday. We're going to see what this does. Maybe if it panics down to 18, that would be awesome. I would love to see that. Or it's going to panic down to 26. I don't know how good of a dip buy opportunity that is, though. HRAA, MDMP is another one. MDMP having this nice day all the way up to the 12s from the 4-cent area, so this is up pretty good. The daily chart looks pretty garbage, though, overall. No wonder it topped out here right in this congestion zone, so we're going to keep that in mind. Next spot, I'm going to look at 673 as a potential play off of support. Oh, that ended up being what held support all day yesterday. So this is going to be key for the morning if we're going to see a continuation, or if we're going to panic below this. And if we panic below this, then I guess, I don't know, 552 for a good level. And then we can get us to that 6-7 range. EVCC. Gross. We talked about PSRU, ELIS, PGLO. This is such an indecision candle. Like anything really can happen. We're going to watch to see how this behaves at the open, potentially panicking down to 5-6 and bouncing, or if it's going to panic lower, or is it going to continue higher? Now, I would love to see this continue higher. Let's go to a 15-minute. I was hoping I could maybe like have some room on the extension, because this is a nice little wedge we got over here. Looks like garbage on the daily. Yeah, whatever. We'll see what it wants to give us. I'll remove those. But you have this little nice wedge formation happening, so it wants to do something. It's either going to explode up and we're going to get new highs, or we're going to have a first red day. I'd love to see this bounce off of 562, 422. TPTW, I don't think had anything that great. I mean, this was a nice spiker from the 3s to the 4s, but still overall looks like we're in this big consolidation. Yeah, this is a giant flag. The breakout from this, if it happens, is going to be pretty tasty. I'm going to go ahead and ignore that candle high. That's funny how it closed within the trend. Sometimes I just add this like secondary line here just to kind of know. It's TPTW, ISWH. Man, ISWH won't quit. My gosh, this thing was at $1 like a week ago. What a nice little like swing hold. What are all-time highs for this? Eesh. Okay. So we're getting into the choppy range, but this is like the most volume it's ever had. So let me go to load a volume. Oh my god! I just want to see the market profile. Good. What a tiny blip. That's friggin' ridiculous. Oh my gosh. What is even happening? So we're all okay. No. On the one day we look overextended though. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know that I'm touching it. For me, even though it's at all-time highs, I don't know. Seems overextended. It's just not my favorite. It doesn't have a lot of range when it moves. CLNV. We'll end on that one. Yeah, CLNV still within our Fibonacci fans. Had a nice little green day yesterday. Morning spike from the 2s to the almost 4-cent range. That's pretty cool. I don't know. It just seems a little choppy and a little messy for me. So top watches on OTC land, PSRU, ELIS, for sure. Maybe PGLO, maybe Hurrah. And that's probably it. And we'll see what else shows up on the scans. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Thanks so much for watching. If you got value out of this video, please hit that like button. Really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing and let me know in the comments below what type of content you want to see out of this channel. In the meantime, I will be back later this morning with a morning recap as well as an afternoon recap. So good luck out there. Stay safe. I'm Aubrey. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.